Middle Tennessee State, Ole Miss. We've got Ole Miss 41.5-point home favorites, 63.5 the total. I'll say this about Ole Miss. Furman's not chopped liver in the FCS. They're not. They're actually a solid FCS program, Furman Paladins. I believe they're top 20. Yeah, top 20.
They're decent, yeah.
Coming into the season. Ole Miss just laid fucking waste to them, man. That was impressive. And keep in mind how good Jackson Dart looked in the bowl game that they played. They beat Penn State, right? In the bowl game last year, Ole Miss. And he looked awesome against a really good team, really good defense. And he absolutely lit the fuck up that Furman defense last week. This guy looks like he's ready to be, I think, an upper echelon quarterback in the country this year, honestly, Jackson Dart. And I wasn't so sure about that with him early last season, but this is a guy that's made leaps and bounds improvement as far as I'm concerned in Lane Kiffin's offense. There's no denying how awesome he looked and how awesome the Ole Miss offense looked in that destruction over Furman. Now, this will be a little bit tougher, obviously, now going against Middle Tennessee State. But I'll tell you this right now about Middle Tennessee. This is a program circling the drain. They should have lost against Tennessee Tech. And I was on Tennessee Tech plus the points. Tennessee Tech could have won that game outright. There was nothing really that I was impressed with Middle Tennessee. Their offense was stagnant. I've seen enough of this Nick Vadiato kid. He can't play. He's just not that good at the quarterback spot for Middle Tennessee. I don't like the Derek Mason hire. What did he do at Vanderbilt to give him another coaching opportunity? That program really didn't get all that much better, leaps and bounds, under his tutelage. And now here he is at Middle Tennessee. I know firing Rick Stockstill to freshen things up, switch it up, change of voice after so long that he had been there. But Derek Mason's the guy you go out and get? Really? Didn't like the hire. Don't like the direction of this Middle Tennessee program, and there's no freaking way I'm taking them here. This is lay it or stay off, because if Ole Miss is putting up what they did last week against Furman, they're very capable of exploding on the scoreboard again here in this matchup against Middle Tennessee. I do not trust the Blue Raiders, not one bit, and they don't have the offense or the quarterback with Vadiato if they fall behind either. Keep that in mind. So this is lay it with the favorite or pass for me. Ole Miss plays at Wake Forest next week. So that is a bigger game on deck, but it's not like it's a conference game. So I don't think it's the biggest look-ahead spot for Ole Miss. I'll be honest, I'm tempted to lay the points with Ole Miss. That's how down I am on Middle Tennessee. They should be 0-1. They should have lost as 24.5-point favorites to Tennessee Tech last week. Not a program going in the right direction at all. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, they are not a program going in the right direction. But I'm interested now here. Vano and the points with them. I think even though I don't love them a lot, this is a little bit overreaction. I think, they were up 24-11, fall asleep. They take the lead and scratch out that win, and they don't look good. Ole Miss looks really good against Furman, 76-0. And yeah, I mean, Jackson Dart, I mean, he's always great. You mentioned that the bowl win versus Penn State, 38-25. I think he'll be great all year. How good will this Ole Miss defense be, especially in the big games? Can he come through? But I think his stats will be through the roof. And they're at home in this one. I think they put up, 50 again. But I think Middle Tennessee can score a little bit. I like the points with here. It's just a shit ton. But this over,
yep.
How could we not? I mean, I think this is one, too, that I thought, it's still at 63. I just think, Ole Miss will score. At will, Middle Tennessee will get a little bit here, and this game gets over.
All right, liking the over. And like I said, I think Ole Miss can get a lot of those 63.5 points by themselves probably here in this game if they're on anything close to what they showed against Furman, if they're on point that much offensively.